Yo yo yo, today we're going to look at directional arrow. Directional arrow is necessary because it will increase a lot of your gameplay. I know it's a struggle to learn it. I struggle too, but you will eventually get it, trust me. I made this sheet today, and I think and I hope this sheet will help you a lot. Um, but first, I want to just talk about directional arrow. You have directional arrow left and right, some buttons you need to bind uh, in your gameplay. I would say directional arrow is better than regular arrow because of the axis that you can adjust your car with directional arrow. You have way more axis. It also increases your accuracy because when you're adapting arrow into your gameplay, it will be easier for you to adjust and decide where you want the ball to go, which direction do you want the ball to go. It also increases the ball speed because it's easier to approach the ball with the corner of your car, and the corner of your car will give you a good amount of speed. It's necessary for mechanics, flicks, breezy flicks, for example, also for air dribbling, because while you're air dribbling, you can pop it higher if you approach the ball with the corner of your car. Even when the ball is dropping, you can still pop it up. It also good because when you're air dribbling with directional arrow, it's unpredictable for your opponents to see which way you actually going to lead the ball. When it comes to flip resets, you need arrow to get your car underneath the ball, and also for like speed. After you've done a speed flip, you press one of the arrows to recover from it. So it's good for recoveries after an aerial. Let's say you're going to land on a wall. By holding or pressing arrow, it's easier to be facing wherever in and be faster to recover from it. What's really good is that it's good during an aerial. So let's say you're going for an aerial and maybe your car is in a shitty position. But by holding aerial, sometimes you can reach balls that you normally wouldn't. And also, like if you mess up an air dribble or whatever during the air, you can kind of adjust your car. And also, like when it comes to like double taps and stuff like that, by using arrow, you will get a better angle to double tap it. So yeah, after also getting jumped, or I mean after you jump or you get bumped, you can use directional arrow to faster approach the wall or backboard or whatever. Yeah, my tips is learn both arrow left and arrow right. Some people say just stick to one, but I would say learn both. Use arrow in game when going for aerials. That's what I did. I started with just going for an aerial without using directional arrow, and just slightly before approaching the ball, like probably just 0.25 seconds, I held my directional arrow, and then I increased it. So first 0.25 seconds, then 0.5 seconds, then 1 second, then 2 seconds, and now I can use arrow the entire time. Also, backis mode have like ring maps. You can just Google it or search on YouTube how to fix that. It's on PC, but that's backis mode was the one thing that gave me most confidence. So here's the sheet, and here are the ranks. I would say you should learn directional arrow when you are somewhere around here, depending on what your goal is. If you are like a freestyler and stuff, you are probably good with mechanics. I would say somewhere around here. If not, if you're playing comp to really rank up and stuff, I would say somewhere around here is a good place to start adapting it to your gameplay. So yeah, let's look at this sheet. So this first picture right here is showing all the positions that your car is facing when you go for an air roll. So aerial, yeah. So this is like when you go for aerial, you hold your joystick down, boost up, uh, and after a while you can kind of let go of your joystick. And when you let go of your joystick, you are in a neutral position, and that will be like this. And this is like facing 90-degree up. Your car is like facing towards the roof, you know. And if you are in this position, and it depends on you using aerial left or right, but let's say using aerial right, uh, after some few seconds, your car will look like this. You will see two of your right wheels. After some more few seconds after that, while holding directional arrow, your car will be like this. Like you will be facing all your four wheels. So it's like your car is upside down kind of stuff. And if you keep on holding directional arrow, your car will eventually end up like this after some few milliseconds. And then it will go back to this. So 1, 2, 3, 4. These are the most important images that you need to know during the directional arrow. So what this sheet is showing is that all when you holding directional arrow and your car is facing one of these four stages, what happens when you pull your joystick up? So if your car is in this position during the directional arrow and you pull your joystick up, it will look like this eventually if you hold it for like, I don't know, half a second. But it will kind of bend forward. If you pull your joystick down, it will, while you're just in this neutral position, if you just don't hold directional arrow, uh, you pull the joystick down, it will go backwards and end up like this. If you are in this position and pull your joystick to the left, your car will like go like that and end up like this. If you pull the joystick to the right, you'll go like this, end up like that, you know. This is like, you don't need air roll for this, because this is how things works when you're just doing a normal air roll. The problem is when you, or the thing is that when you're using directional air roll, you have to have that in mind. So every time your car is facing like this, you can do this adjustment because you already know them. You are comfortable with them because you play the game and you are used to being in this position all the time. So every time your car is facing like this, you can do micro adjustments. So then you know, if I pull my joystick up, it will go a little bit forward. If I go back, if I pull it down, it will go a little bit backwards, or to the left, a little bit to the left, a little bit to the right. It depending on how much left or right you're actually holding the joystick. Uh, but the more, so I would say start with that. If you are really new, just start with this position right here, because this is something you are familiar with. And then I would say actually start from go to this position. Every time you're spinning your car and it's facing this position, like you can see all your four wheels, try to play with these buttons, joystick up. And what happens when you press joystick up is that your car will bend towards I don't know, towards you, and end up like that. If you play joystick down, it will go kind of behind, and then it will like go zook and then behind and end up like that. If you, but here is the issue that many people are facing is that since it's backwards, when you press left, why is it turning to the right? And the reason why is because it's this image that is controlling the joystick. So wherever this image is where it's controlling the joystick. So right now, when we press left, it's going to the left. But since this is like upside down, when we press left, it will go naturally to the right instead. So just look at the two eyes. Where are the two eyes? The two eyes are behind this triangle. So since we are pressing left, it will go to the right instead. And when we are pressing right, it will go to the left, like you see here, because the eyes, you know, the eyes are on the behind, and therefore it will go kind of the opposite direction. Uh, and when you're comfortable with like, just hold directional arrow, and every time you're facing this position, do those small adjustments. You know, that's much easier. And then we have the size. I think these size, oh wait, these are really hard. Uh, so when your car is facing this position, this is what you should do at the end. When start with this, then this, and these two at the end. So when your car is facing this position, if you press a joystick up, it will go whoops like that, end up like this. So I think it's better if I actually kind of draw it. So if you're facing up, pulling up, it will go like that and be in a better, in a way. I'm just gonna look if I have any. There are not so many pencils there, or yeah, here it is. Yeah, so it will go like this, end up like that. But if you are in this position and pull joystick down, it will go backwards like that and end up like that. But if you pull the joystick left, it's hard for me to draw it, but it will like go like that, 90 degrees forward, if you understand. And you'll end up with just seeing your posts. And if you pull the joystick right, it will kind of bend towards us so that you see both of the eyes of your car, if that makes sense. And yeah, if you are in this other position here, when you are in this position, you see that it's just mirroring this position. But if you pull the joystick up, it will go like this, you know, because this image is now turned to the side. So what happens? You press up here, yeah, it's going forward, but since it's sideways, it's not going to go like forward like this. Oh my god, it's not going to go forward like that, but to the left now because it's sideways, you know. So yeah, it will go sideways like that, end up like this. If you hold our joystick down, it will go backwards like that, end up like this. If you press it to the left, the car will face us and end up like this. If you press it to the right, it will go kind of away from us, and you will see the boost. So yeah, this is basically, I would just say, learn this, take a screenshot or a picture of this sheet, and just do those micro adjustments. You don't have to hold it the entire time. This is what happens if you hold it the entire time. You're just going to do small adjustment whenever you're seeing that your car are facing one of these positions. And the more you do it, the more experience you get, and the more it will be easier. It's just training. So thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe.